You sign pieces of paper that you don't know what it means. Your friend there, if I can call him a friend, admitted to that. He signed something that would affect him for 25 years or more, all because he could not be bothered to read a 100-page document.
But
That's what you're relying on, isn't it?
Attorney back to us.
I beg your pardon?
We no longer have the authority over us.
I beg your pardon?
If we regain or take our powers of attorney back, that means you no longer have that authority.
Well, how are you going to do that?
Well, we tell you, we're a living man, woman, people.
We never claim to be dead. We have breath. We have blood running through our veins. We're able to move and speak. We are not dead. We have the ability to tell you and to say to you, once we have this knowledge, no, we do have our powers of attorney.
Well, in that case, I would congratulate you and welcome you to the banking fraternity. Welcome.
Is that easy?
Welcome. You can now start doing your own banking.
Wow. That was it's that easy. We didn't realize.
Really? In order for me to do what I do, it wasn't just given to me. I had to go through the pains to acquire my own power of attorney to become a banker. There was a lot of heartache. There was a lot of loss, a lot of energy, a lot of strength, a lot of heroics. But here I am now as a banker, and all I'm doing is controlling my sweat equity as well as a few 100,000 people in this country, which is in Zimbabwe.
Banking game's ruthless.
There's an old saying, Mr. Tell the Truth, you can't fool all the people all the time. So when your web of deceit begins to come unravel, what are you going to do then?
Well, how is that going for you?
Not good so far, because I can't even convince a friend that he's in the same situation that I'm in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're very good at your job, Mr. Tell the Truth.
And have I not told you the truth? Have I been praised for it here? Have any one of you praised me for telling you the truth?
No, because it's the truth that we don't want to hear.
Yeah, it's one that you want to project your anger onto me.
I think it's also the fact that we don't want to ask the questions. It's not that you don't want to tell the truth. It's that we don't want to ask the questions.
I would agree.
What would you do if somebody come after you? If he finds out the truth and come after you, will you pay him off, get rid of him, or what would you do?
Well, that's very easy, my Ku Klux friend. That's very easy. Would you like me to give you an answer?
Yes, please.
I want something for it, though. What are you going to offer me?
A beer.
I think you can do better than that.
A silver coin.
I accept, because I can fractionalize a silver coin. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is what I would do.
Change your identity.
Thank you.
Change your identity and start up again.
Thank you.
Will you lose all the customers for one if he's coming after you?
No, not at all. If I was to help you, I think what you're asking me is what would really bring me to a stop. Well, one is the spirited man or the woman. That can bring me to a stop. Taking back your power of attorney and willing to make that journey will bring me to a stop. But above all things, an open ledger run on a blockchain will bring me to a stop within the hour. Anything that asks me for proof of my assets would bring me to an end. Anything that I cannot hide in the private fold will bring me to a stop. If you have to ask me for my counting, that would bring me to a stop. If you asked me for a standard, international standard of accounting, or ask me for an audit in the public or the private, that can bring me to a stop. In fact, there are so many things that can bring me to a stop. I have to conclude that all of yous are just walking, talking oxymorons. Would you guys not agree with that?
I would have to agree.
So far, yes.
Yeah.
But we are attaining knowledge, little bit by little bit.
It appears to me, Mr. Tell Your Truth, you're a bit like a magician, and once your trick's exposed, the show's over.
But I have access to the world stage. There are emerging economies. There are so many of stupid people out there. I have an endless resource to tap into.
If everything is a play, can we not be the ones that writes the scripts?
Oh, yeah. You can write the scripts and the politicians will follow it through. The bureaucrats, if you have shown you have a track record, will follow through. The film industry, the acting industry will follow through. If you gave them scripts, they'll write the play for you. They'll write the movie.
I think it's time to pick up a pen.
I leave it up to you folks.
Great man once said to us, the pen is mightier than the sword. Would you agree?
Yeah, he works for me.
What is done by the pen can be undone by the pen.
That I would have to agree with.
So would you agree as well that everything going to digitalized paperwork is one of the ways of you trying to get out of using the pen? Or can the digital paperwork be just as important?
I think if people, dismissing your question outright, because I don't think it's worthy of an answer, if everybody kept their own court of record, I can't argue with it. I keep court of record for millions of people. Millions.
So what is your current intention with the rise of interest rates at the moment, the rise of sort of general bills? What are you involved with that? What's the intention behind all of that?
I am just a franchiser. Your central bank controls that however they feel fit, and that affects me as much as it affects you, because I still have to pay them because I have a franchise license with them.
So can you explain franchisee to me, please?
Well, if I want to start up a bank and I understand power of attorney and I know how banking instruments work, which is a qualification, I can take out a charter from the Bank of England as a franchise. I would sign it, they would witness it, and I would open up branches online, on the streets, or on paper, but I'll be taking money from them. I'll be lending money from them because they are bigger than I am.
So who sits at the top of your pyramid then?
If I told you that, I would reveal a lot more than I intended to.
You said you
I
own
do
the
not know
government.
whether I should or not.
You
I
said
can
you
give
own
you
the
the
government.
information. I can give you the information, how it's done, how the central banks generate their money. I can give you that, but I will need certain promises from you.
And what are they?
That you find the spirited man that can undo it, because I think it's time for me to retire from this business. You have to find the spirited man that has the ability to overturn this.
So you're saying that one man...
My only condition. That is my only condition. You find the spirited man.
Where do we look?
I don't know. I only do banking.
I mean, I have a few people in mind. So would you only speak to the spirited man, or would you speak to a collective of people who want to know the real answer, like us?
I'm willing to do that. I will speak to you. If you folks are the spirited people, then I can transmit that information to you.
Yes, please.
And I think that will be a very good investment.
Is that a banking term?
Yeah, it's a banking term. We're always investing in each other.
Okay, we're ready. We'll find the spirited man.
I think I ought to prep for this. So should we say in 10 minutes time?
Okay.
Okay.
Deal.